he is New York's very own, so he doesn't mind talking about it either. Take a look.
I'm a professional at doing comedy where it's not meant to be done. I just performed for an organization called Bonei Olam. Anybody hear of this? Yeah. It's a Hasidic organization from Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Not the cool part, that other part. And they work with women who are challenged with fertility issues. The rabbi called me up directly and spoke to me in what sounded very much like English.
That's just a snippet from the new comedy special, Modi, Know Your Audience. And joining us is the man behind it all, comedian Modi. Good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Thanks for being here with us. So, I mean, this is your very first full-length special on YouTube. Tell us about it and how excited you must be for this.
So excited. We just finished the tour of Know Your Audience, and then we released the special. It's on YouTube for everybody to watch. And tonight is Passover.
Yes.
And if you're not doing anything for Passover, just get a box of matzah, some Nutella, sit in front of the TV, and watch the special. That will be your Passover.
Oh, there you go.
For everybody.
Okay. How well do you know your audience?
I know my audience very, very well. Yes.
And does it change by audience?
It changed. Every audience is a little bit different. We just spoke about where you're from, New Jersey. I did a show, we did shows with this tour at the in Montclair, and every room's a little bit different. You got to give them what they want, and that's something you get after being a comic for 30 years. You have a feel of what the audience wants.
How would you describe your audience then? What's your biggest draw?
My draw now, it's Jewish.
Okay.
Then we have Goyim. That's the non-Jews. They've been coming. Goyim, gays, and theys. They have been coming, and we love them. They are hysterical, the best audience in the world, and they all mix together, and we have an amazing time.
The kumbaya moment.
Talk about kind of the rise to where you are now, to knowing your audience, right? Starting out in New York City and up north, you were kind of performing in these smaller clubs in Catskills.
So I began my start in April in 1994 at the Comedy Cellar, the iconic Comedy Cellar.
Wow.
I just taped 2 shows there for my 30th anniversary. And but when I began doing comedy, there was the tail end of the Catskill Mountains. And I caught it. I got a few shows up there. The hotels were closing.
So it was big then? It was big?
No, it was at the end. It used to be in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. It was huge. Sinatra and Dean Martin. And then I caught the tail end. They were like, by the time I got there, my joke was, I called the manager. I said, hey, I got a leak in the sink. He said, go ahead. The hotels were completely like a mess by the time I got. But there were audiences. So I was going from doing a 10-minute set in New York City to doing an hour and 10 minutes with a band behind me in a tuxedo. With no material. I don't know what I was doing back then. I don't know what act I even had back then.
Trial by fire,
It really, and that's how you learn your audience.
But now you're performing all over the world.
All over the world.
What's that like?
It was amazing. We just did all of Europe. Berlin, Frankfurt, Düsseldorf, Vienna, Australia, Austria, and then Amsterdam. I called it the Reparations Tour. And we then we finished off the America tour, all the shows here, and now we're starting a few summer events, West Hampton, Atlantic City, a few things like that, and a little downtime for vacationing.
How crazy is that though, when you have a huge fan base here, and then you go overseas, and you still have a huge fan base? Is it like mind blowing to you?
Thanks to obviously to social media. Yeah, and in France, they were almost like nobody spoke English. I'm like, why are you here in the middle? We saw you on the YouTube, and so they just breathe out a lot. They just breathe when they don't have the word. They just breathe it out. And so it's just a gift.
It's great.
So you used to work for a financial firm. So what was that like?
That's how it began.
How did you transition to comedy?
Okay, so it was I was at Merrill Lynch, not too far from here actually, and I was imitating the secretaries. I would go home, my friends afterwards would be sitting there, wherever we went to a bar or whatever, and I would just do these imitations of these over-the-top character secretaries. And my friend said, you got to do this on stage.
Yeah.
And he set up my first comedy show. And the owner of the club was like, "You're good. There's something good." I was dressed like you.
Yeah.
I was dressed in a suit.
Yeah.
All the other comics were dressed like they just came out of the hamper. You know, it was an open mic night,
Yeah.
and it was just that's where it began.
Yeah.
And look at you
Yeah.
now.
Yes.
What does your family think of all this? Were you funny growing
My
up?
mother loves
Oh, yeah.
loves it. Oh my God! When I have a show in New York City,
Yeah.
she's just we call her Oscar Schindler. She just starts making lists of every Jew she knows and sends them to us. Half the theater. We just did a town hall, and now
Oh,
we
I love
just
town hall.
yeah, and we just booked the Beacon for the 19th
Look
of
at you, yeah.
December, and so yeah, it's good
Jerry
stuff.
Seinfeld's going to be at the Beacon like 1 month prior to you.
Isn't he there all the time? He's there all the time, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah,
Yeah.
We just did a whole contest. What would you say you say you know your audience? What's your toughest audience? You ever have to go out there and you're just like, oh, this is not the night?
No, it's never a tough audience. It's the setup.
Okay.
When you're doing comedy where it's not meant to be done, like
Yeah.
that little clip you just showed,
Yeah.
it's the setup. You got to make sure that there's no food.
Oh, because then they're distracted by
Yeah,
that.
if you
Okay.
put
Yeah, that's the
food up there, you could
worst.
have Seinfeld giving out the 6 winning lottery numbers.
Yeah.
If you put food in front of somebody, that's all. You'll be working to the haircuts.
Right.
You just see haircuts.
Yeah,
that's
and
all
have
you
the
see.
Fork and knife. And
Yeah,
the whole thing.
it's the setup of doing comedy. It's not a band, you know. They have to be focused, so that's the
Right.
most important thing.
Right, right.
It's-
Awesome.
yeah.
Well,
it's
you
just-
are hilarious. It's
thank
so great
you.
having you. Congrats on the special.
Thank you.
Looking forward to catching
It's
it.
Know Your Audience. It's on YouTube, Modi, Know Your Audience, and the website, ModiLive.com for anything
right.
you need.
Well, you just took our line.
That's your closing line?
No, I'm glad. We didn't want to mess it up. So thanks so
good.
much.
Good.
Thanks
You're
again.
great. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Happy Passover.
Yeah, right back at you. Right back at you. I get the matzah and the Nutella. I like a little butter. Just a little
Oh,
sprinkle
yes,
of
me
little
too.
Butter's so good on it.
The Nutella, you got me. Maybe not.
I know
All right,
now I've
still
got
ahead.
breakfast.